Hello and welcome to our presentation of implementing augmentative and alternative communication at Ellison Preschool. My name is Kendra Carlton, and our other presenters today are Jolene Bilbrey, Ashley Oakes, Tori Larish, and Violet Rack. Our preschool is located in an urban area and serves 200 3 to 5-year-olds. 150 of these students are in special education. There are 50 students receiving speech therapy, and about 20 of those students are nonverbal students who point and grunt with no other form of communication. The classrooms consist of 8 to 12 students with 1 teacher and 4 to 6 parent volunteers. The lack of communication in these students often leads to behavioral issues such as fights and tantrums during playtime in every classroom. For the purpose of this intervention, we are assuming the roles of BCBAs at Ellison Preschool. We have decided that functional communication of augmentative and alternative communication, also known as AAC, would benefit our preschool. AAC is a form of communication other than oral speech to express wants and needs. Though there are many forms of AAC, we have decided that an electronic AAC device with a communication app on it was best fit for our school. Now here's Jolene to discuss the research behind the topic.
Research was done of peer-reviewed articles on the social acceptance of AAC devices by children's peers, the ability of children to learn to communicate using an AAC device, and the preference of an AAC device versus PECs by the children. Now Ashley will discuss implementation materials needed.
To implement aided AAC use in schools, you need a device, which can be an iPad, iPod, or another tablet, a communication application. Frequently used are Proloquo to Go, MyTalk, and SonaFlex, and then a data sheet. A sample data sheet's included on this page. The steps for implementation are, first, you need to identify the team members, which can be parents, teachers, therapists, and peer mentors. Determine the device type and app to use. Identify goals to work on. Collect baseline data using a data sheet. Use a most to least prompting hierarchy during teaching. Provide reinforcement. And finally, collect intervention data. Next, we have Violet, who's going to talk about modeling.
All right, so for our implementation, we're going to be using mini iPads with Proloquo to Go installed, as seen in the pictures and videos that you'll be seeing in just one moment. Parents, teachers, and aides need to be knowledgeable about the devices and need to know how to navigate through them in order to be able to implement the use of the AAC devices in the classroom for the children. So without the proper learning techniques, it will be not only hard for the teachers and the aides in the classroom, but the kids will also not be taught the correct procedures and continue to struggle with their communication. There are hundreds of words linked with pictures on Proloquo to Go. The pictures and the videos below will demonstrate basic commands and tasks for a child to use when first starting out using the app. The first video is a child manding for shoes.
What do you need? What do you need? Shoes? Okay, we'll go get shoes.
The second video is going to be a child manding I need Mentos using a phrase. So he's putting a sentence together for us.
One. I want Mentos.
And then the third video will just be someone navigating through the mini iPad using Proloquo, and it's basically showing things like simple sight words, people, greetings, nouns, numbers, and alphabet.
Yes. No. Goodbye. Hello. You're welcome. Thank you.
The next slide is going to show pictures of the homepage with different folders containing things that I already talked about, like things, supplies, animals, etc. It also includes a page to show how to add a folder or delete a picture of a person or a picture of an emotion. You would go to the the page that allows you to delete or add a folder. The next set of pictures are numbers, alphabets, and vital and keywords that a child would use when they're first starting out using the app, such as yes, no, hello, and goodbye. And then the last slide is just showing what the protocol looks like. It has a little owl on it. It's the third one from the beginning. And then the last picture is just showing numerous folders that you can access from the home page. And now I'll be passing it on to Tori on how the AAC device will be beneficial in the classroom.
So as mentioned earlier, there are 25 nonverbal students, and tantrum seems to be a means for them to communicate. So using Prolo Quo to go will hopefully decrease problem behaviors by giving the children a way to have a functional means of communication. And we hope that it will increase in the future and generalize to other settings. So a quick overview of our implementation. So reinforcement and items targeted in the Prolo Quo to go app will be specific for each child, and these will be decided upon with their teams. Most to least prompting hierarchy will be used, and the goal is for the child to be able to use it in other settings and it be an effective, socially appropriate way for them to communicate. Some final tips. Immediate reinforcement is the most effective, so ensure the reinforcement is available when the child uses the Prolo Quo app so they can receive that immediate reinforcement. Look for opportunities for it to be used in the natural setting and provide high quality praise along with their chosen reinforcement when they use Prolo Quo instead of engaging in tantrum behaviors.